Hi, welcome to online tutorial videos from JCBRO Labs. For more information, you can log on to www.jcbrolabs.org. Today we will talk about loops in LabView, and we will be discussing specifically for loop and while loop and how to implement these loops in LabView. So let's start with the for loop. So goes to the structure and for loop is there. So as you know, loops are used in order to run a small section of code again and again until a specific condition is met. So in LabView, this for loop acts as a counter. There are two sections, 2 points here, I and n. This I shows the current index number or the current iteration, and this n shows up to which this iteration will go. Suppose we want to let's take an example. Suppose we want to run this for loop for 10 times, so we'll create and initialize this n with 10, and let's see what happens to the value of I. So for displaying it, let's create an indicator there. So this indicator will be telling us what is the current value of I, and let's run it. Oops, it all goes in at once. So let's see whether we can provide or some delay in the execution of this loop. So we'll go to timing and then wait millisecond, and as its name suggests, wait millisecond means it will wait for a specific amount for the specified millisecond duration. So we need to specify here, create constant. Suppose we are specifying 1000 milliseconds, that means we will wait for 1 second from one iteration to the another. Let's run it. If we see carefully, this I starts from 0 and there is no way to initialize it like it should go start from 10 or 20. It will always starts from 0, and it will go up to the n minus 1 value. So as soon as I value is 9, it stops. So it goes up to n minus 1. So suppose we want to display or we want to initialize I by some number. Suppose I should start from 2. So what we'll do, we will add some constant, or the preset will add some preset to the value of I, and now I will start from 2 onwards. And it's easy. So we can also, it is not necessary that we should create a constant number 10 here. We can also control it by user, like suppose we take a numeric control there, and let's connect it to the directly to n. Now if because I is 0, so it will not run, it will run single time. Suppose we initialize with 2, so it will go from 0 to 2. So let's remove this one. So now I will go from 0 and 1, only 2 iterations. Suppose we want 5 iterations. So this is a way to change the number of iteration of the for loop as per user demand. So this was the for loop implementation, and whatever code we will type here, that will be keep on executing again and again. There are further more concepts to the for loop, like feedback nodes, shift registers, and we will see in all these concepts in upcoming videos. Now we will we will also see how this while loop works. So let's delete all this, and now go to structures and while loop. Unlike for loop, as for loop was acting just as a counter, while loop runs up to infinite or until a certain specific condition is met. It is not mandatory like it will go up to 10 or 100. As soon as certain condition is true, it will stop, and that condition is here. So if the loop condition is true, it will stop there. So what we'll do is we will create a control, because we want to control the execution of this loop from the user. So let's change size. So as soon as I will press this stop button, this loop will stop. And in order to demonstrate it, let's create a numeric indicator, and let's connect it to the eye. And again, for timing, let's create a 1 second duration. Let's run it. So it's keep on increasing. Again, I will start from 0, and it can go up to any number until I will press this stop button. It will keep on executing. So as soon as I press stop, it will stop. Let's run it again. It start from 0. I press stop. It stop. So this is a very good case, or we may say this while loop is helpful if we want to provide certain type of access to the user. Like there's a process going on, and until the user presses the stop button, this process should go on. So in those cases we can use this while loop. Again, the further concepts of shift register and feedback node applies to this loop as well, and we will see them in upcoming lectures. We can also see what provides what type of output this stop button provides. So we will create a LED, and because it is a boolean type, so let's connect it. It's false, and as soon as it is true, loop will stop. We can also change the loop. It is stop if true, so we can change it to the false. So now the control type is a little bit different. So as soon as I, because if it is true only then it will run, if it is false it will stop. So I should turn it on, and now it's running. Now condition is true, only then this while loop will be working, and as soon as I off the case, this while loop will stop. So you can do anything based on your application, whether stop if true or continue if true. Now if I press on, it will stop. So I think you have learned for loop and while loop and how to use in LabView. In upcoming videos, we'll do several examples involving for loops and while loops. So that's it for this video, and thanks for watching.